I started listening to an audiobook today. It's called The Alchemist. A friend of mine highly recommended it, and I tell you, so far it's a fascinating book. I'm probably an hour into it, and it's about pursuing legend, your destiny, going after what it is that you're on earth to accomplish. And I want to read you a quote from that. Tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself, and that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams. Let's break that into two parts. First, tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself. Now, we've all experienced that in some form or fashion, whether we had to have an uncomfortable conversation with somebody or we had to accomplish a task that we dreaded. And oftentimes we tell ourselves that this is going to be awful. I don't want to do it. But then we find out that after we have the conversation or we do the task at hand, that it wasn't that bad. Like, wow, had I only known, I wouldn't have put it off for so long. And it's because of the story that we tell ourselves. The second part of that is that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams. The best example I can give you is when I was skiing at Cypress Gardens. I remember Mark Voisard would put on the schedule gainer practice for certain guys. And for a couple of the guys, they dreaded that. They wanted no part of that. And for me, I'm like, okay, it's something that I wanted to learn. It's something that I wanted to accomplish. It's a dream that I had. So it was never really a chore for me because I really enjoyed it. And it's that same thing in anybody's life. If there's something that you want to accomplish, the hard work really isn't suffering. It's just something that you do in order to obtain the dream that you're going after. So two parts of that is, one, remember the story we tell ourselves about how bad it's going to be is actually worse than the thing that we have to do. And that when you're in pursuit of a dream, it's not work. It's not really that hard. There's really no suffering. So be careful of the stories you tell yourself. It's not that bad. Just do it and go after your dreams. I promise you, when the dream is big enough, it's worth it. Go for it. Do it. I believe in you, and I'm daring you.